Hi everyone. I wanted to come on here and give everyone a little update about what's been going on the last couple days here at the San Diego House Rabbit Society. You know, as animal shelter workers, we definitely get the joys of working with animals, of seeing them rehabilitated, seeing the joys of being with them, and how wonderful it is they look and feel when they are in our care. But we also see some of the worst things in animal sheltering, such as the abuse and the neglect that the animals come back to us, and what we have to do to help them. A couple days ago, 2 of our rabbits who we adopted out a few years ago came back to us in very poor condition. We got a phone call a year ago actually asking to take them back, which we wanted them to come back. We insisted they come back, but we never heard from the person after we said okay. And then a couple days ago we got a phone call saying that one of the rabbits is too ill and they didn't want to take care of them anymore. So we insisted that they bring the rabbits back. Now here's the catch. They only wanted to bring one rabbit back out of the 2 that they had that we had bonded together. And because we do not separate bonded pairs, we insisted that they bring both rabbits back to us. Now keep in mind, we had no idea what condition these rabbits are in. We just knew that, you know, we made a promise to these animals that if the owners that we adopted them to do not want them, they will always have a place here with us. So, later that afternoon, the person brought one of the rabbits in only, the one that she mentioned that was too ill that they didn't want to care for her anymore, and she was in horrible condition. My team had said, hey, where's the other rabbit? And she claimed that she didn't know she was supposed to bring the other rabbit. But because of how poor the condition this rabbit was in that they saw, they insisted that she go home and get the other rabbit. So when both rabbits came back to us, they were covered in fleas, other types of bugs, mites. The one rabbit that she wanted to return because it was too ill was possibly deaf, blind. The bottom was urine soaked, just, you know, in poor condition. And then when the other rabbit got back, same thing, flea infested, mite infested, just looked completely defeated. We quickly triaged, got the rabbits back into our care, and then got them to our veterinarian, Dr. Cecil at Pet Emergency and Specialty Center. And he called me and said that these rabbits are in guarded condition. They looked a mess. They were severely malnourished as well. So, and then one of the rabbits, the second rabbit that came back, had infections in both ears. We needed to get x-rays done because they both had bladder sludge. One of them had issues with their shoulder, so we wanted to see if there was some injuries that we just couldn't see from the outside as well. And you know, the first thing we all thought was, we were horrified at the neglect. We kept wondering, how can you have animals in your home, you claim to care for them, and not see all of this that's going on with them? The other thing that would happen when they dropped off the rabbits was the mother had a young daughter with her, and she had claimed that the daughter did not want to give up the rabbits. And you know, my team was like, you know, you can't be guided by a child. If these animals are in poor condition, then, you know, you need to have them seen by a vet. She actually asked us after seeing a vet and we got them all better, could she have them back too? And we just said no, because we were horrified at what we saw. So now the rabbits are in guarded condition here at our facility. We are treating them for fleas and mites, for ear infections, trying to get them to eat. So we're force feeding them as well because they're severely malnourished, and we're waiting for cultures and test results to come back to see you know, if there's anything else that we can do for the rabbits. Right now their condition is still guarded, and we were told that we should not be surprised if one of them didn't survive the next couple days. So now we have a follow-up appointment with our veterinarian next week to see how we are doing in terms of caring for these rabbits, to see if they're coming out from guarded to stable. Now, one of the messages that I wanted to send out to people is that the reason why, these are some of the reasons why we do not encourage or accept families that want to get rabbits as gifts for their children. We insist that the whole family is involved in our adoption process, and that means taking our self-guided Bunny 101 class, also being in the meetings with us so that we can talk about how to care for a rabbit. We also do not encourage rabbits being in children's room because of their nature being crepuscular, so they're up dawn and dusk. My own rabbit wakes up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. and starts to, throw her toys around, telling us that she's hungry. So we try to tell parents that, your child probably won't be sleeping a lot because the rabbit will be noisy during its bedtime. The other thing also is having an animal is a long-term commitment. So just because they're cute and your child wants them we say that, the adult should be the responsible party. So what happens if your child loses interest? What if they go off to school or they leave the home? Who's going to care for the rabbit? So we want our families to really focus on, the long-term care for these animals too. We do not think that having an animal should be a teaching moment for the child either. They should not be used as good first-time pets to teach responsibility. Responsibility is not the burden on the animal to bear. Care should be complete for these animals too, not just because they're thought of as good first-time pets. I will tell you now, rabbits are not good as first-time pets. They do require a lot of care. They require a lot of space, and they require a lot of a rabbit savvy vet to take care of them, which can cost a little bit more than your average dog and cat vet, because you have to find a specialized vet that knows what they're doing with rabbits. So these are some of the things that, why we are very strict in our adoption process. We do love meeting our potential adopters, and we do love our rabbits going into wonderful homes. But when we come across rabbits that come back to us in this condition, the only thing that we can think about is neglect, severe neglect. And that's not good for anyone. That's not good for the animal, and that's not good for the families either. So I just wanted to share this message to really think hard before you get an animal, to make sure that this is a long-term commitment and something that you can all handle financially and emotionally as well. Go to our website at www.sandiego-rabbits.org. It has a wealth of information about how to care for an animal. Give us a call, give us a live chat, give us an email. We're always open to working with everyone and talking to people through their questions. So yeah, that's the message that I wanted to send today. Thank you.